And there is still a huge spider. All of you attack. You're still in... Okay. And you are also still in attacking mode? Oh, I was afraid of him using like... what's it called? A crossbow, but that was the other character. So... I always want to do that first in the day, because I want to have some more... stuff, so... Go. Huge spider is dead. We gained 270 experience. Okay. Please let me... Okay, we have an gem, which... I can't go put this, but... Good, we have worn out boots. Okay. And a bottle of wine. Fragrant salty of the Sea of the Fallen Stars. Interesting. Nothing over there, so there must be something interesting over here. And there isn't. We haven't gotten anything interesting. Alright, so you give the Ender Gem to Nira, because Nira has the gem pocket. And we go again. Okay, though, so this was just a little fighting area. We have Firebit Elven, here's ours, Wyvern. Okay, so let's look at what this place is like. Maybe you learn the name of this place so I can note it on the map. You ain't a mage, are you? You got some fancy clothes on you, so you could be a mage. I don't trust mages, you know, especially not the talent here, so fellow west of Baragost. He's mean, he is. He has his minions attack anyone that disturbs him. Yeah, that's the one that is west of here. I think Thalantir could take two stories together here. It could mix them up accidentally. It might be the case. And it already wore off, so that was a good idea. Oh, we get a courtesan. Great. Anything worth doing is worth doing slowly. Interesting. Especially from someone of your profession to hear that. That's normally not what customers like to say. Paid for a coin and the drow. Drow history could be interesting. We talk to the commoners once we're gone. Oh, there's a boy here. Hi, boy. Locked. And we take the other two books, which are the history of the Moonsea, which we already have, and the history of the last march of the giants. Okay, so I hope that's not a like 12 tome thing. The last march of the giants and the last April of the giants. Ha! I'm hilarious. I didn't talk to the boy and the persons. The boy and the persons, yes. Right distinction. Someone's in the house. Daddy, we already heard that from a boy. What does Mum have to say? Oh, you startled me. I'm not used to strangers because traveling is so dangerous now. Please don't linger too long here. The Shirans are leery of anyone they don't know, and it's hard enough keeping them calm when there's just me around. If only my husband hadn't gone to work in the mines of Nashkel. Oops. Oh, Mother surely isn't not going to like you poking your nose in here. Strangers in her kitchen. She'll not likely let that pass unnoticed. Yeah, the mother wasn't that. Didn't find that too... Okay, that's Firebeat's house. Didn't find that too worrisome that we're here. We got some books. And we got some new doors to try out. So we try the new doors. That's locked. That's locked. So... locked. Just so I can remember what these all are, because this is just too big of a city, and when I'm returning here like 20 sessions from now, I won't remember what anything is. So we have visited everything bar Feldepost's Inn. I think that might be a story place. I don't know if you're following the main story right now or some side story, or if that concept doesn't even apply to Baldur's Gate. But the concept of main and side missions, I mean, not really that common for like tabletop pen and paper RPG. It's not that common to have like a common structure to it. So okay, let's read the books and then go to Feldepost's Inn. If only we could go faster. I'm still not certain about Kagain here. I mean, they could be just north of here. We got a map marker, an automatic one, saying like Lost Caravan or something like that. So, okay. So I paused this time so they don't disrupt me. Fateful Coin we have read. Jaw we haven't read. Moonsea we have read. Only one book? Okay. History of the Drow, the Dark Wars. The warlike Drow nature did not change when they escaped their surface foes during the descent. In fact, they immediately launched a series of wars to establish territories in the Underdark. They began by stealing and seizing dwarven magical items and using them against the dwarves, establishing an enmity that is still strong today. The Drow then fought amongst themselves, noble against noble, priest against priestess, for rule of their new realm. This all-out war ended amid great magical explosions that brought down the roof of the largest dwarven cavern they had seized, Great Barrendon. The ceiling collapsed entirely, burying many drow and the shattered dwarven cities. The cavern, now open to the sky, became known as the Great Rift. The surviving drow nobles gathered what people, slaves, and equipment they could seize and fled into the Underdark in search of places to dwell. The scattering brought about the many rival self-interested cities where most drow live today. Okay. And I did that to put that in there, so I should do that. Okay. Now going to Feldepost's Inn, which is down here. And that's the last place to visit Baragos, so after well over 2 hours we're finally done with Baragos, and that's not even the biggest town, as the world map says me that yeah, Nashville is like a two-part thing. It doesn't even fit into one map, and up there, that's big. So I don't really know how big of maps to wait now. I know the original had like several CDs, like 8 or 12 CDs, and you had to put another CD in if you changed your position, your map that you're in, because it's like 3 or 5 or 10 maps per disc. So, and dungeons were under that too. I don't really know how that worked, but I only really know that. So go inside Feldepost Inn, but be ready to be ambushed.
Here now, get out! I don't like your type in here.
You tell him, Marl.
Marl and Duncan. They don't want us here. Let's talk to Marl. Hey, I told you to get lost. Ain't no room here for your troublemaking strangers. No need to get all bent out of shape. There's plenty of bar for us all. Hey, I take whatever shape I want. I'm sick of you freakish adventurers going out, consorting with gods know what, and dragging your trouble back into my hometown. What do you say to that? Go easy. Let's keep it friendly. Nah, I don't want to bribe them. Do I bribe them? Or do I put on humor? I just do what I think is right. We solve a lot more trouble than we cause. Well, very nearly anyways. Oh, you think it's funny, do you? You mess up the local economy with your treasure, you upset the balance of nature, you flash your magic around, and because of it maybe somebody's son thinks it's fun and goes out and gets himself killed. It's a bad example and somebody could ought to kick your ass for it. Hold on, everyone goes their own path, and I'll not be held accountable for what the fates do. It was a goodbye till your kid came through town. Your kind came through town, filled his head with nonsense they had, and because of it he's dead. Now why shouldn't I take that out of your hide? If you knew him like you think, then ask yourself if he wouldn't have gone anyway. It's a calling you're born with. Nobody gives it to you. It ain't true. He was going to take over the farm and settle down. Maybe apprentice with Thunderhammer during the winter he never wanted to adventure. That was what you wanted, Marl. Fun's fun. But you're blaming these folks for what couldn't be helped. That boy was firebrand, if ever there was. No, he was settling down. He wanted that new plough you brought last year. He got the gold by helping clear coverts near Olgoth's beard. He wanted to make a difference, make the rams a bit safer, just like the folk most likely. Like these folk most likely. By Shaunter. Why couldn't he just stay home? The rams call and you go. He sounds a fine lad taken too soon, but doing what he was meant. If you'll suffer my company, I'll buy around and toast his memory with you. Would be fitting, I suppose, to Kenny and Netherland. Rest ye well. I would be alone a while. Well, 'tis the calmest I done see him in a week. Still best you move along. Marl ain't known for steady moods. Marl's loss should be in journal. Man named Marl tries to pick a fight with me at Feldepost, but I was able to calm him down. Marl lost a son named Kenny in Netherland. Get out of my face lest I smash it. Just be smart and listen to the man, okay? Okay. Oh, I didn't level up from that. I should really look into... Wow, it's already 1,000 left. Imoen will level up. And there's much left for many of those. Okay, let's talk to Duncan directly.
Hey,
I don't think my friend Marl likes you. It would probably be wise if you left. I just look around the bar. I won't leave the bar because one idiot doesn't like me. Heifers. 99 tankards of ale on the wall, 99 tankards of ale, take one down and pass it around, 98 tankards of ale on the wall. Hey, that's not the whole song. What about the other 98?
Do you mind? I'm off to go shopping.
Oh hello, you must join me for a while, I insist. When a lady offers me a drink, how can I refuse? You are the life of the party, you are. This all reminds me of a time when Betsy and I were still... Oh, I'm so silly, I don't know a Betsy. She doesn't know a Betsy, Gillian. Gillian doesn't know a Betsy, and that's what she wanted to tell me. Okay.
I got some cheap beer for
Keep a low profile, if you please. Tempers are short for strangers right now. So what do you want? Oh, he would have thought the history of the Fateful Coin. Also the Protector, which gives us armor class +1 and saving class +1. The royal guard of King Pyron and ruler of Imperator were given the Protector as an honorary show of statues. Unfortunately, members of the guard had trouble coming to a consensus among themselves as to whom the amulet should go. After years of internal hostility, the item was lost and the guards replaced the less greedy individuals. It's expensive. Okay, shouldn't have read that. Can't get it. Bracers of Defense AC8. AC8 is likely supposed to be in the item description, not over here, but okay. Normal stuff. What's that on over there? So the history of Fate Volcano, no problem with that. Reflected image. Scrolls. These three are scrolls. And they cost 1050. Yes, of course. I'll buy them. Oh, I have 3 potions of healing, that's good. I'll sell the diamond. No, I won't sell the diamond, that goes into the gem pocket. I'll sell the jade ring, the onyx ring, the leather armor, the walnut boots, and the bottle of wine. I don't have much to sell right now, but have much to buy. Wow, that was expensive. And by Evermeet, it's been really weird these past few months. Iron's been going bad, falling apart almost as if it were rusting from a particular. From what I hear, most of the bad iron comes from the mines of Nashka. Can't trust that Emily mines, probably some scheme they've come up with. Let's start doing some more of this. Lots of trouble down in Nashka, monsters, some such that they are all telling the same rumors. Okay, we didn't learn much by that. We'll take something from the cook, not? Hey, you stay out of my kitchen, you mess up my art. Some days I was gonna cook for the Duke himself. Betcha there's little fish fights in the palace so you can enjoy a meal from start to finish. Take all and go upstairs. And for him, I want to learn like glitter dust. It's conjuration summoning, level 2. Spell creates a cloud of glittering golden particles within the area. Affect all enemies in the area must roll a successful saving throw with a spell or be blinded. So blinding, AoE blinding spell. And I'll write it. Deafness is one creature makes him deaf skill, unable to hear any sound. 50% chance to miscast any spell because they don't hear the cue to release the spell. Deafness can be done away with the means of dispel magic spell or cure disease spell, so it does last. Wow, that's great. And reflected image is level 1. When casting the spell, the wizard creates one image of himself that will travel alongside him. The image will perform all the actions. Okay, 50% damage reflection thing. Okay. We have to take everything here because boy is magic stuff expensive. Algernon. Wow. How comes I've heard that name when I've no idea about Dungeons & Dragons?
What you want?
This is my room, I don't want business, now leave me alone. Yeah, I think that is cameo of something that's important in Dungeons & Dragons universe, but I won't really know because I don't know. And I have had my share of like knowledge about D&D, but not. Plenty of other rooms for you if you please. I've paid for mine in full and don't feel I should need to double up as it were. Okay. That's locked, but I take a book from there. No, 13 gold. Of course I take the 13 gold. They are gravely needed, because I just learned 3 spells which don't serve any purpose for me, but to have them. Which is a great purpose for a spell. So, we are done so far. Have we lost any spell uses? Yes, so we will return to the place of Sleepy Sleepy, which is this one. Or how did I call it? The place to go Sleepy Sleepy. So I could either go for Kagane's quest in the north, and I know that it's just beyond the border of the map where the caravans are, so I think we'll go that way now. And we rested. I think the rest screen never ends by itself, it just goes on, so you can literally take a rest and just go to the restroom. So let's just see if there's something directly beyond the corner here. And if not, we're going south instead. So like this is the place where the caravans are. Like here, a raided caravan over there. So what's the exact wording of the quest? Against quest. Wants to find a missing noble, is the son of intelligence, so he's really desperate to find the kid. Ah, I don't think we find him here. I think we have to go further north. Because he was on his way to... I think let's just go to the second caravan to see. And if there's nothing there, we can still turn around. Just fill in the rest of the map here. Okay. So we can just go and leave again. And then I think I'll go ahead and end this session. And we'll start the next session by exploring south of Barragust. Because we want to eventually go to Nashkel next. So we should explore south, and I'll go directly south. Also, there could be a temple. There was talk of a temple to the east of here, so I could go to that temple. Or was it to the west? No, to the east. There was talk of a temple to the east of here, so we could go there to buy healing potions, but we just got rid of all our money. So that's not a great thing. So we should go south, and south of here should be like the boot quests. In the Badlands south of the city, yes. You explode the other way, Basilius, we don't know where he would be. Half-ogres are south-southwest of here. And they fortified themselves. The mage screw, we don't know where it is. Okay. So then goodbye and see you next time.